Good day, everyone. We are Group 6, and our topic is a comparative study of Xingpai Entertainment and the China Press for AQA 7004 Media Organization Management. In this presentation, we will not simply introduce two companies. Instead, we will compare how two very different media organizations manage their structure, people, technology, and digital transformation. The first organization is Xingpai Entertainment, a platform-based live streaming company connected to the TikTok and Douyin live streaming ecosystem. The second organization is China Press, a long-established Chinese language newspaper in Malaysia that is transforming from traditional print media into a digital news organization. Our presentation is structured as a summary of our four written reports. First, we will introduce the background of both organizations. Then we will present the main findings from our interviews. After that, we will compare their management practices using relevant theories from media organization management. Finally, we will provide recommendations and conclude with the main insight from our study. Since this is a group video presentation, all 5 members will appear and contribute to different sections of the presentation. The background of our study is the digital transformation of the media industry. Traditional print media are facing many challenges, such as declining circulation, decreasing advertising revenue, and changing audience habits. Many readers now get information through websites, social media, and mobile platforms. At the same time, digital media organizations are growing through live streaming, short videos, social media traffic, and data-driven operations. This creates an important question for media management. How do different media organizations manage change? This is why we selected Xingpai Entertainment and China Press. They are both media organizations, but they operate in very different environments. By comparing them, we can better understand how organization context shapes management style.
Hello everyone, my name is IMTIAZ and I will be taking charge and will be responsible for the research method slides. So in our paper, in our analysis, our study uses a qualitative comparative case study approach, and our focus areas including the company structure, their company culture, strategy, technology, audience, and their human resources. However, the main objectives of the research is not only qualitative comparative case, but also observation, meaning that we observe how does these two companies are structured, how are they run, or how do they react in different kinds of situations. So, in this case, we have Xingpai Entertainment and China Press. Now, let's go to the next slide. So, here is our company profile comparisons. In dimension, Xingpai are more focused on digital live streaming company, meaning that they are actually more focused and also aims to target to a broader target audience. While China Press, they are actually Chinese language newspaper, and their media organization is currently undergoing digital transformation. And their core business, Xingpai focuses on streamer recruitment, guild operations, and live streaming, while as China Press, they are more to conventional. In conventional as in newspaper, e-paper, website news, and social media. Now for Xingpai, let's talk about their main audience. Their main audience is streamers, entertainment, streamers and entertainment live streaming viewers. Whereas China Press, they are more towards focused to Chinese readers, including Malaysian Chinese readers and the general public. Now, lastly, their core principles. Well, Xingpai is more open, more flexible, and they're human-centered. Whereas China Press, they are actually focused on digital first, fast, accurate, but grounded materials. Now, Mikey, BIAOZHEN, and our other colleague right here, CHANG here's what they discovered during their interview. And this is our interview insight. One of the key findings that we have discovered here is that they focus on front-end agents recruiting potential streamers. Their back-end operations, mentors provide on one-on-one guidance. Their AI dashboard reviews live stream performance data. It's kind of like a telemetric scan or type of data algorithm that you can find on YouTube. And their main challenges, low loyalty and high mobility. And what's our biggest insight? their flexibility is the reason why they grow so fast. But also, it's not stable. Now, I will pass it on to my other colleague.
For China Press, the interview showed a very different management situation. China Press has to balance traditional journalism with digital transformation. It still maintains print newspapers, but at the same time, it incorporates e-paper, website news, Facebook, and other social media platforms. A very important principle in China Press is digital first. It means that when newspaper happens, journalist has to first publish online news with text, photos, or videos. Later, they recognize the material into more complete print newspaper report. Unlike some organizations that separate online and print teams, China Press use a same group of journalists for both online and print content. It increased efficiency and consistency, but it also increased the work-line pressure. The interviewee said, "As long as we're awake, we're working." The quote strongly shows the professional commitment of China Press, but also reveals the risk of a burnout. And the next one is theoretical framework. To explain these findings, our report applies several theories. Organic and mechanism organization theory help us to understand why Xingpai is more flexible, while China Press needs more structure and producer. And Mintzberg organizational structure theory helps explain why Xingpai is closer to a simple structure, while China Press is closer to an integrated newsroom with editorial hierarchy. The technology acceptance model help explain their different attitude toward AI. The Xingpai use AI more actively because the risk is lower, while China Press is more cautious because credibility is central to journalism. We also use the organizational ambiguity theory. This Chekhin's organizational structure theory use gratification theory and this theory with occupational burnout. Together, this theory help us explain not only the differences but the reasons behind those differences. And the comparison first, the comparison one is the organizational structure. The first comparison is organizational structure because Xingpai Entertainment has a flag and symbol structure. An agent recruits streamer, while operational mentor guide a live streaming performance. The structure is suitable for rapid platform expansion because live streaming markets change quickly and the company needs fast communication and flexible coordination. But China Press has more integrated newsroom structure. It still needs the editorial hierarchy, review processes, and deadlines to maintain news accuracy. At the same time, it uses digital first and online collaboration to respond quickly to digital news demands. So Xingpai structure supports speed and expansions, while China Press structure balance speed, accuracy, and credibility. And that's all from me. Next, move on to next.
So, the comparison between the management culture. So, Xingpai entertainment culture is open, it's flexible, it's human-centered, it actually uses low contractual constraints and gives streamers more freedoms. This is useful in live streaming because streamers often value flexibility, income opportunities, and personal time control. However, the weakness is that too much flexibility may reduce loyalty. If people can join in easily, they can also leave easily. While we have China Press, they have like a very different culture. Its culture emphasizes on endurance, hard work, teamwork, professional, and responsibility. This comes from its long history as a news organization. So during major news events, journalists need to work under pressure and respond quickly. This creates like a strong team spirit, but it can also lead to a long-term exhaustion. So the main difference between the two companies is that Xingpai relies on flexibility while China Press relies on resilience and professionalism. So number two comparison is between strategy and the audience. So Xingpai Entertainment is opportunity driven. It entered the Malaysian market because the company already had actually live streaming experience in China. TikTok or doing live streaming was expanding overseas. So its strategy can be understood as using existing live streaming experience to explore a new market. Its audience has two layers. First, we have potential streamers, which are important because the company needs to recruit them. And then second, we have entertainment live streaming viewers, which they are also important because they are the ones who actually interact with the streamers and create platform value. So China Press is instead very transformation driven. It cannot completely abandon print because some readers still read newspapers. For example, we have the old people, but it also cannot ignore digital platforms because the younger audience now consume news online. Therefore, China Press needs to maintain print while developing digital platforms. Its audience is broader. We have Malaysian, Chinese readers, and the general public. In simple terms, Xingpai focuses on traffic, interaction, companionship, and conversion, while China Press focuses on speed, accuracy, credibility, and public information. Next, we have the comparison between technology and AI. So both companies recognize that AI can improve efficiency, but they use it differently because the risks are different. For Xingpai Entertainment, they uses an AI dashboard to actually analyzes the live stream data. For example, it review the exposure rate, the room entry rate, the conversion rate between the audience and the streamer. This help operations mentor understand streamer performance more efficiently. However, AI cannot replace human operators because live stream depends on emotion. And that's something that AI cannot understand or value because AI is a machine. So when it comes to China Press, though, they are more like cautious. It is exploring AI for low-risk tasks such as translation, layout, but in journalism, AI errors can damage credibility. That's why it's risky. So if AI produces inaccurate text, images, or translation, it might harm the public trust and ruin China Press business. Therefore, China Press insists that human review remains necessary. So the key point is that the same AI technology creates different risks in different media organizations.
Hi, this is BIAOZHEN, and I will be presenting the remaining slides of this presentation. So continuing on with the comparison 5. So the fifth comparison is workforce pressure and retention. So Xingpai Entertainment faces pressure from recruitment targets, right? Live streaming, performance, and platform conversion. Flexible work can attract streamers, but the main challenge is low loyalty and high mobility. In other words, the company can recruit people quickly, but it also needs better ways to keep them. China Press faces a different type of pressure. News happen 24 hours a day, and the same team needs to produce content for both online and print platforms. This creates high work intensity. So the main challenge for China Press is not flexibility, but sustainability. Professional identity and team spirit are important, but if the workload stays too high, staff may experience burnout or leave the industry. So both companies need more sustainable talent management. As for recommendations and mutual learning, based on our analysis, we propose recommendations for both companies. For Xingpai Entertainment, the company should build a more balanced retention system. This can include tiered rewards, long-term incentives, better recruitment quality, and clear training. It should also strengthen community belonging and career paths, so streamers and agents feel they are part of the long-term organization, not just a temporary platform opportunity. For China Press, the company should improve shift systems and fatigue management. It should also create the clear UI usage rules based on the risk level. So low risk tasks such as translation or layout can use AI with review, but sensitive news content should remain under strong human control. China Press should also strengthen digital skills training and continue developing its e-paper, website, social media, and digital advertising operations. In terms of mutual learning, Xingpai can learn team culture and long-term responsibility from China Press. while China Press can learn the flexibility or flexible innovation from Xingpai. So, in conclusion, our study shows that there's no single best management model for all media organizations. Xingpai Entertainment needs flexibility to support platform growth. Its flat structure, flexible culture, and active use of AI fit the live streaming industry. And China Press needs structure and credibility to maintain professional journalism. Its integrated newsroom, digital-first principle, and cautious technology adoption fit the responsibility of a news organization. The most important insight is that media management is shaped by content, media type, organizational history, audience needs, technology risks, and social responsibility all influence how an organization should be managed. So this is not just a comparison between new media and traditional media. It is a comparison between two different responses to digital transformation. And thank you. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching our video presentation. We hope our study provides useful insights into how media organizations manage digital transformation, technology, people, and the long-term sustainability. Thank you.